Domestic flights due to resume today, Wednesday, from the Murtala Muhammad Airport here in Lagos. This follows the June 21st postponement of the resumption of domestic flights and airport reopening by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. Our Rise correspondent, Adefemi Akinsanya, joins me from the airport to give us the latest. Good morning, Adefemi. How is it going at the airport?
Good morning, Rotis. Well, it's been quite a somber experience. It just depends on which wing of the airport you're in. We're currently in Alpha Wing, which is where the ARIC flight will be leaving. This flight, of course, will be flying from Lagos to Abuja. That is the only route that is open on this, the first day of domestic flights being resumed and airports being reopened for those types of flights here in Nigeria. This is obviously the first time since the airports closed back there in March. So it's been a considerable amount of time, and as you can see, people have been observing some forms of social distancing. You can see that there are markings on the chairs behind me where it says clearly that passengers, no one should sit on those middle seats so that people can keep a relative space amongst each other. So that's definitely what's happening here. This is where passengers are waiting to board their flight on ARIC from Lagos to Abuja. It was supposed to be at 11:30 this morning. They are running a little bit behind because it is obviously just gone 11:30 right now. So they are experiencing a little bit of a delay. It's obviously raining outside, not too much of a surprise since it is the rainy season, but that definitely seems to have put a little bit of a delay on the experience for passengers here. Earlier on, we were able to speak to a few people and not only ask them about how they felt, but also ask them about the costs associated with travel at this time. The consensus usually was that lots of people had made these bookings well in advance, but while we were waiting, I actually went upon ARIC Airlines website just so I can get a ballpark figure in terms of the cost. So for example, if you were to get yourself a ticket for a flight today, this being Wednesday the 8th of July, if you were to go to economy, it would be around 30,000 naira, just underneath that amount, so some $70. And if you were to spring for a business class seat, it would be around $180 for that seat there. So obviously it's not money that would break the bank, because this is a very short distance, the distance from Lagos to Abuja, just over an hour, but it gives you a ballpark amount of ballpark figure in terms of how much people are spending and the need for people to travel at this time. We are still very much in the throes of this COVID-19 pandemic, but it still hasn't dampened the need for people to travel out of Lagos. We weren't expecting to see as many people as we did on the other side of the wing. We went to the Zulu wing where Air Peace were facilitating their flight from Lagos to Abuja, and there were a lot more people over that side here. As I said, there's still a little bit of delay. We're hoping that once the passenger boarding process does start, we'll be able to get a little bit closer to this side so we can take a look at how ARIC Air are facilitating their flights today.
All right, our Rise correspondent Adefemi Akinsanya, thank you so much for giving us the rundown on how things are at the airport. We appreciate you giving us that information.